It's finally over, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, the tier 5 researches are going to be done. And I'm so happy since if your League of Order, your Celestials are even better from your ground mages in Vestos. So, yeah, currently there is not that much to be researched. It's 80 days. Now, I can finish these days. I mean, always use, by the way, your research speed ups on your researches, since at some point you're going to finish all the researches you have, and you're going to be left with a lot of speed ups. Something that happened uh, with my building speed ups. I have so many building speed ups, but I cannot use them since I don't have anything to build at. But yeah, I think this is the final moments from one huge era in Cow Dragons, especially for me. Because for me, opening the tier 5 was something that was something like big idea in my head after, I don't know, one, maybe 2 months playing the game. After the season 1, when I saw the first people opening the tier 5. And it was crazy. One single person, I remember we was tier 4 and tier 3 and tier 4 people. And one single person killed like 10 or 15 legions in our castle when we was defending the dragon. A single person killed like 15 legions. It's basically merits. I think there was no merits back in the days. Yeah, there was no merits back in the days, but a single person was doing huge amount of damage. A tier 5 person. So from there, I was thinking, okay, his heroes are good, but yeah, the troops is what matter. And yeah, we're currently to finish all this big adventure with the Celestials. Now I'm not going to spend any speed ups in pathfinding, since if I spend my universal speed ups, I don't know if I have universal speed ups. Yeah, I have universal speed ups. I can basically finish this thing. This is like 10 days in 1 hour speed ups. I also have 8 hour speed ups and blah blah blah. I can easily finish this research. But here's one tip from me. Um, if you're in this position when there are basically only celestials left, or whatever you have, it can be flying eagles or flying marksmen. By the way, new flying marksmen with the new update, I think is going to be brutal. Let me know in the comments what you think about the marksmen with this long range hitting the towers. I think it's going to be crazy. But yeah, after you finish your celestials, you can basically spend your universal speed ups here. But when you go for pathfinding, I strongly suggest people just use only speed ups that are for research, because if you use your universal speed ups that you can use for troops training, for example, at some point you're going to just collect more and more research speed ups, and I think it's going to be bad in general for you. So yeah, this is my plan. I'm going to just finish this one with universal speed ups, and I'm going to start the training. Now here comes the bad part about this whole journey. Let's say it, whole journey. Right now I'm training knights and ballista and swordmans. All my mages, round 1 is a tier 5. I have like close to 1 million Vestals. I normally run like 3 mage legions. Sometimes I run 4, but most of the times I run 3, just because I have good artifacts for 3 mage legions. But yeah, leveling up those, for example, cavalry tier 5 cavalry, I have like 634 cavalry that I have to retrain, and every retrain is like 12 hours, 12 hours something. That's huge amount of time. I mean, it's not like training tier 4 that costs 1 day, but retraining to from tier 4 to tier 5 still costs a lot of time. And you end up, if you're like me, you're going to end up with 600k cavalry. So far the marksmans, I even spent some speed ups just to make the full legions for marksmans for the behemoths. since I'm competitive players. I really like Behemoths. Behemoth fight is one of my favorite things. That's why I spent some speed ups for the marksmans, but I don't see when I'm going to train my cavalry and my swordsman. I have like 12k swordsmen, and infantry is one of the most important troops on the battlefield. Even though that we're going to be presented with the cavalry, tank cavalry, very strange stuff, but I still think the infantry is going to be the tank in the Alliance War, the tank in the Behemoth, the tank everywhere. Especially with the upgrade they get, like they can get up to 40% reducing the range damage from the range units, marksman, mages. I think they're still going to be on the top. But yeah, speaking from point of researches, I'm finished, but this is actually not the full finish. You need to retrain all these heroes from tier 4 to tier 5. And I think it's better to retrain your heroes just because you get for 12 hour you're going to get 1600. Either way, if you train new, you're going to get for 1 day and 12 hour. So you have this reduction in the time for getting more and more tier 5 and reducing the tier 4. Now there is other point of view that if you train new troops, you're going to basically increase your capacity. I mean, the free healing. The free healing is based on how much legions you have, the tier of these legions, and blah blah blah. And elixir, the elixir healing coming. So like this, having more troops, you're going to heal more. But I check it out how much you're going to receive as elixir if you just, for example, train 1.6k tier 5 mages. And the difference was not so big. I mean, the extra boost you get for elixir production was not so great. So yeah, I just decided to retrain and everything. If the elixir production increase more, I don't remember how much was, but if it increase more, I'm going to just train more troops. And at some point, maybe for pushing for some event, I'm going to retrain my tier 4 to tier 5. But for now, everything most likely is going to be retrained. Right now, I don't retrain, and the main reason is I just didn't want to. I don't. I was knowing I'm not going to have time in the next 1 day and a half. And in this case, I'm just going to put the whole training of my troops to be tier 5 only, not retraining. So yeah, just maybe a couple tips for you guys. And yeah, just to mention that I'm finally going to be over with the tier 5. I don't remember when. I think the previous season. No, previous season. That mean before like 3 months or 2 months and something. I actually opened my tier 5. And yeah, this is the final troop that I have to open. Keep in mind, especially the protection one costs a lot of time. So it's good to have also with 15. I'm not going to go in deep. If you have any questions, you can write me in the comments below. I read all of my comments. So yeah, for now, hit one like, subscribe, and see you in the next video.